I do not protest property taxes for people. For myself, yes. For others, no. But the good news is there are third parties who you can hire to protest your taxes. And that's what this video is going to be about. People who are individuals who are licensed specialists. And you can go to Google and you can find these huge companies that take on, thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people at one time. I talked to you about the difference because I've seen both in action. So whenever I was going to protest, I wanted to protest successfully the next time, and I was just in my learning phase and my digging and researching phase. I wanted to go sit in on a hearing with the ABR to see how those major companies protested and they won and got success. And here's what I thought. I thought I was going to walk in there and there was going to be a representative from that company sitting there in front of the ABR going through each individual person. That's not what I saw. I thought somebody would be there fighting each person's property individually, and that's not what showed up. Nobody showed up. The appraiser from the appraisal district was saying, hey, we're looking at property such and such, and these are the comparable sales that they provided. This company, and basically that company provided a plethora of comparable sales, and none of which were, I thought, comparable to even the subject property. If you're wondering how they get your taxes lower, they bombard the appraisal district with volume. So much volume that a lot of these smaller ones can't take on the volume, so they just negotiate like 5, 10, 15, I don't even know what the percentage is, to say, hey, appraisal board, appraisal people, cut all of our people 10% on their values and let's call it a day. I'm not knocking it either way. You just need to understand what you're paying for. What's going to cost you more, but you're going to get more hands-on, is going to be hiring an individual to go protest that for you. They're going to look at your property, decide on how they're going to protest it for you based on all the ways that you can. On previous videos that I talked about, I need you to be as informed on what you're paying for. So more boutique, oh my gosh, my hands look so white because of the difference in the light. Woo! You go and you Google one of those major companies, that's more than likely what you're gonna see, and the result is just they don't boutique customize for your specific property. They just throw you in with a bunch of them, and if you're okay with that, then cool. Wonderful, it works for you. But if you're somebody who's expecting somebody to go sit down one-on-one and go fight for your property, you need to hire somebody who is individually licensed and not part of one of these big companies. Hiring a third party is an option that some people just don't even know that they have. You've seen my previous videos, you can do it yourself. But if you're someone who doesn't have the time, or you think you lack the expertise, then hire another person for you.